Yo, look, Dreamcast guy changed his chair. Are you serious? When you find that one in the trash, man, at a Goodwill, you know, what's next? The Dreamcast hat and the red t-shirt, man. It's about time we finally got an improvement because I was sick and tired of looking at I am the great mighty Pooh and I'm gonna throw my chair at you.
Microsoft wants to buy Steam.
Woo! GameStop with another W.
Roll it into Xbox to make the brand of Xbox.
What did I tell you? And the funny thing is, the guy that made Steam also used to work with Microsoft, man. I told you their plan is working. And the funny thing is, you're like, Gamester, you didn't call this out. Oh, yes, I did. I did tell people that Microsoft was going to acquire or try to acquire Steam. And what you people don't realize, that if that's what happens, where do you think PlayStation is putting their games on? Oh yeah, now the realization's kicking in. So for all those exclusives that you people keep talking about, guess what? Microsoft's gonna have control over them. They already do. Where do you think Sony ports their games to PC? They all run off the Windows operating system. Dude, the console war is over. Nobody cares. Even Sony knows that they're going to be nothing but a subscription service. What did I try to tell you people, man? All you people capping for these console wars, man, just for Microsoft to control everything. Because if this happens, that means that all the PlayStation exclusives that are going to Steam are going to be a part of what, guys? The Microsoft Xbox ecosystem. You guys always talking about how Microsoft is not talking about the things that are going on within their company. But what is Sony trying to do to counter this? Sony already sees the writing on the wall, and all they're trying to do is garner as much money off you fools thinking that you have faith in this PlayStation 5 console. It's over. What did I tell you, man? I called this out from the very beginning, and you people, it's about time you hand me my flowers, man. I be in party chats talking to people, telling them like, yo, Microsoft might be looking at Steam. You don't think I have these conversations with my buddies, bro? You don't think so? I told you this was going to happen, and the fact is, I already knew this because Sony was putting their games on Steam, which run off the Microsoft Windows operating system. That's how I knew. But nope, all you PlayStation ponies want to argue with me. Gamester, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, you're an Xbox fanboy. Okay, it is what it is. Now all of a sudden, Sony's trying to lock down games away from Microsoft, and Microsoft's going to have access to them anyway. They already do, if they're on PC.
Gaming even more massive. And basically, this leak,
Let's
rumor,
go.
already has the entire internet completely freaking out.
No, it has you PlayStation fanboys freaking out because you're like, oh, I don't know what else to say because, you know, Sony be putting it, you know how they were laughing about how Xbox gamers can't play Helldivers 2? But if this deal goes through, that means that Xbox gamers will have access to those games that are available on Steam. This is why PlayStation ponies are hurt. This is why I tried to tell you that consoles will cease to exist and the future of video gaming is PC.
Because it does feel like if this happens, if Microsoft just completely absorbs Steam,
let's go.
I think gaming is going to go down a dark.
It's done for you. But guess what? People are going to still continue the game. You see, that's all it is, bro. All he wants to do is be a fanboy. Why would gaming be over for you? Even with the direction of modern gaming, I still go back and play my classics. Even though I don't like the direction, even though they're not trying to make games to cater to my demographic, I still find some ways to enjoy video gaming. That just shows you that you're more of a fanboy than an actual gamer.
Path. I think the industry, as we know it...
Microsoft, please buy Steam so we can end the legion of these PlayStation ponies, man. It's about time you PlayStation fanboys start seeing the realization for yourselves, man. I told you guys. Why you think Sony was putting their games on PC? I guarantee Microsoft and Sony are having conversations with one another about how they're going to be a subscription service and how Microsoft's going to push their games to, you know, Steam or whatever. I mean, these things got to be happening. Why do you think Sony just for some reason out of nowhere put their games on PC through Microsoft's very own operating system? See, I told you guys, this console stuff that you guys want to keep focusing on, gaming is a lot bigger than that, okay? Because at the end of the day, your type of gamers are not bringing any money. You people are barely playing games now. This is all the fault of you, and all I can sit there and do is laugh. Oh, you call yourself a real gamer, and you out here laughing. Yeah, I'm laughing at you fools because I told you. I told you so. Not because I want this direction to happen, because you people don't go out there and support games like you're supposed to. I don't support them either. A lot of these games are overpriced. But at the end of the day, you guys are still loyal to these companies. So how come you're not supporting them? You know, I mean, you got to think about it. Some of the most adamant and hardcore gamers just gave up. I'm one of them. I gave up paying full price for these games because, to be honest with you, they're not worth it. So they lost me as a consumer, but they have you, Dreamcast guy. They have 1,000 of other gamers like you. And how come you people ain't putting your money where your mouth is? Oh, that's right. Because there's not a lot of you, and you are in the minority. Okay? This is why I tried to tell you. So for all you people laughing, we're playing the Xbox games on PlayStation. Well, guess what? We're going to be playing your PlayStation games through the Microsoft ecosystem. That's why your games are already in preparation through Microsoft's very own operating system on Steam, which is Windows, you big dummy.
They actually fall apart. But let's discuss. Hi.
You know, funny thing is, I ain't even mad, man. If this is what Microsoft chooses to do, like I said, it's still a rumor. But if this is what they choose to do, that means that of all the games that Sony has been locking to their platform, now Microsoft will have access to them because of Steam. That's why these PlayStation ponies are in uproar, because they know all those exclusive games that Sony's porting to the PC, Microsoft will have full access to them. They already do. That's why I try to tell you fools, man. I told you Microsoft runs your own online operating system on your own platform. The Microsoft Cloud Azure. Look it up. Your PlayStation, Microsoft was right. Every platform is going to be an Xbox, and we might see that reality coming pretty soon.
I have a personally awful habit of purchasing companies, mismanaging, and then closing.
I wouldn't say mismanaging, because if anything, it's going to keep gaming alive. The guy that made Steam successful used to work with Microsoft. What do you ponies don't understand? Gabe Newell, whatever his name is? It is what it is, man. This has actually been in talks for a long time. I hope you people understand this. This has been talked in regards to Microsoft buying Steam for over 15 years. I think Gabe wanted to have his own thing, and then maybe he might sell out. It is what it is. The dude is getting older. I don't really think he wants to manage all this. He might sell it to Microsoft. This is very dangerous to you PlayStation ponies, because what that means that there will be no such thing as console exclusivity. I told you, console wars is over. GameStop with another W.
I'm down. So, I'm not immediately happy about the idea.
Of course you're not, because now you can't hide behind the false philosophy of exclusives. You know, exclusives is why we buy platforms. That's all it is.
Now, some people are immediately pushing back and saying, okay, this probably isn't true. It's completely made up. The figure doesn't make any sense. We're going to break down the leak and its logic, but just on the...
We get that. It's a leak, but it's a rumor. But there's actually been a conversation about this for a very long time. Okay, he brought up an article about it a year ago. There's even articles even way beyond that. This is why PlayStation ponies are scared, because they see that Sony's pushing their games to PC, and if Microsoft buys Valve, which happens to be a rumor, right? Which happens to be a rumor, it's not an official statement. We're not going to act like it is, but they understand that if this rumor happens to come true, then that means Helldivers 2, all the games that got ported to Steam are coming to Xbox soon. They know that. You see how I'm flipping it on you? So when you was out there parading, buying Sea of Thieves more than you was buying their exclusive games, I told you that Sony is going through dangerous territory. And no, you're just mad because we're playing your games. I told you guys, Microsoft planted a parasite in your device and they're taking it over, man. No different than Bobbity with Majin Vegeta. Now your console don't even have its identity. It don't even have a mind of its own. It's crazy. It's just another Xbox Microsoft zombie. It says PlayStation 5, but in reality, all the stuff that's inside is Microsoft. Microsoft runs your own online service. They have access to your games through Windows operating system on Steam. It's embarrassing, bro. Sony has no control anymore. Sony is not the market leader, and this is what I was trying to tell you people. Oh, but it's so more consoles! It's so more consoles! Go ahead, let it out. Go ahead. You need some tissues? It's so more consoles! Go ahead, let it out, PlayStation ponies. Go ahead. Let it out. Cry. Let it out, bro. I understand that this is hurtful. I really want this rumor to be true, because if it is, that would be the end of you fanboys.
Surface level, it is at least partially tangentially true that Microsoft, there were all these leaked documents last year that Microsoft themselves accidentally posted during the...
No, they didn't accidentally post it. They posted it for you fanboys to know that we're the top dog here. You really thought Sony was in control of this? You've been laughing at us ever since the Xbox 360. Oh, that time is about to be ended now. And the funny thing is, you guys don't understand. Microsoft's not doing these things for you. They like Sony. They like Nintendo. They're doing it for companies that got way more money, so they want to jump on Steam and they want to jump on all these companies before Tencent and all these other big companies jump in and start buying a portion of this gaming industry too. I told you, it's about the money. Microsoft was never afraid of you. They love Sony. Why do you think Phil Spencer's always complimenting Sony? Because it was keeping the big three was like a wall that was keeping these big companies out. Now that time is over. Now these companies like, yo, we want to probably buy Take-Two Interactive. They looking at studios, man. What do you people don't understand? Microsoft outbid their competition to acquire Activision Blizzard. What do you people don't understand? You make it seem like Microsoft just came in there and bought them. That wasn't the case. That means that other companies was trying to buy them. That's what it means. Okay? So Microsoft is not doing this for you PlayStation ponies. Oh, not because, Microsoft is doing it because they lost the... No, they ain't even thinking about you. Gaming is bigger than what you people want to imagine. All these companies want to get a piece of the pie of the gaming industry. And that's why Microsoft's like, yo, get Bethesda, get Activision, get these guaranteed successful games, the biggest publishers in gaming history. And then on top of that, if we can control Steam, then it's going to keep these guys out of here. You see what I'm saying? They know that. If they get Steam, like if they acquire Steam, which might be very reasonable because the guy used to work for Microsoft and they do have somewhat of a good relationship, Microsoft is making sure that we're going to be the top dogs in this gaming industry. We ain't going to have Apple coming here and buying everything, right? At least you guys can say that Microsoft at least was a part of the gaming industry. I mean, as bad as you guys want to claim, do you really want Microsoft running your gaming, or you want Tencent, or you want Apple, or you want Google, right? Running your games? Because Google wants to push cloud, okay? Well, Microsoft does too, so it is what it is.
Division, Blizzard, Microsoft hearings that were happening with the American government, they accidentally leaked a bunch of their own stuff, their own plans,
and we've all seen it.
Their own emails, and one of them was the fact that Phil Spencer said that he was going to attempt to buy Nintendo, but obviously Nintendo laughed him out of the room. But the other one...
No, they didn't, because Nintendo's still considering that offer. See, that's what you... Nintendo's over too. I told you guys, remember what I said. 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to see a drastic change in gaming, and you are already in its infancy stage. I told you, Microsoft's going to be controlling everything you're doing. Or at least that's what they want to before these companies come in and buy these studios too. It is what it is, man. Gaming is over. The way that you grew up playing gaming is about to change.
Is that they wanted to buy Valve. Now, at the time, 8 months ago when they made this offer...
And the reason as to why they're threatened about Valve is because the guy that runs Valve has a very good relationship with Microsoft. That's why they're threatened, because it's actually an easy proposition to make happen. That's why they're afraid. That's why PlayStation ponies are afraid, because at least with Nintendo, you know, Nintendo can still make their money on their own. But as soon as Nintendo hit that 4K, whatever, all that stuff that they got with these consoles, they know they're going to have to sell out too. They know it. You get what I'm saying? It's only going to be so long until the portable aspect of Nintendo wears out. Nintendo was one of the first people to leave the home console market. Well, you guys want to say, there's a few other companies, but if we're talking about the big three, Nintendo was the first to leave out of the big three, not Microsoft. Nintendo seen the writing on the wall. They're like, yo, we ain't doing no more home console. We'll make hybrid portables from now on, right? And look, the Switch was successful because of it, because Nintendo had to change their philosophy and their plans and ideologies.
They asked $8 billion. Now, obviously, Steam is massive. $8 billion is a laughably tiny amount. I mean, think about it. They paid $7 billion just for Bethesda. So, the idea of this rumor, immediately people are pissed because Microsoft is not...
Bro, and the funny thing is, this man's old. And that's what's... whoa, think about it. He's old. he might want to sell into the company, bro. If I'm Gabe right now at my position, I'm selling it. I'm selling Valve to Microsoft. I'm selling it to the person that can give me the most money because I'm old. At this point, people say, well, why not? Because at this point, what is the point holding in a company? What's the point? You might as well just get rid of it. He already lived up to his expectations. He already got his money. He's already living his life lavishly. Well, he's already doing it. He don't have to sell them. So why not? The man's going to pass inevitably. It is what it is. Give it to somebody that's going to be here for quite some time. It is what it is. Just saying. Microsoft already do PC gaming anyway. Might as well. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Exactly a company that anybody trusts. Well, they are good.
Because you guys act like this man's going to live forever, man. I know you probably look at him and think he's Santa Claus, but he's not going to live forever. Okay? That's what you people don't understand. And I don't think he has a person underneath him that he's going to be like, hey, can you carry my Steam? Can you carry my company? They're not going to do that. The only people that will do that is Microsoft, because Microsoft's going to be surviving for generations. That's why I try to tell you, guys are worried about, Phil Spencer and all that. No. Microsoft is a conglomerate. They're going to continue to still be here. That's what you people don't understand.
Doing stuff like making Windows and Microsoft's Word and, sort of keeping their trillions of dollar dragon's hoard of cash profitable.
I'm laughing at you, ponies.
Microsoft does not understand video games.
Really? They don't? Is that why they don't? So all right. So Microsoft don't understand gaming. What about Google Stadia? So you would let me ask you this question. So would you rather have Google own Steam, Bethesda, and Activision, and not Microsoft? Because at the end of the day, then if you say that, then you're not a real gamer. Because Google Stadia, they try to come out with that cloud stuff, and y'all were complaining about it. So you guys are saying that, we don't want Microsoft to be in control of it, but Sony don't have the money to do anything about it. Nintendo don't have the money to do anything about it. So what are you complaining about? At the end of the day, this is the shift that I was telling you. Therefore, Gamesta with another W. Bro, I be in parties, bro, that I'm telling people, yo, Microsoft makes this proposition to Steam, it's going to look real dangerous for ponies. I think Sony already gave up, personally. When you look at the PS5, they gave up, man. They gave up. There's no faith in that console. You can tell by the way Sony has been pushing games on that platform that they don't have faith anymore. They already gave up. It's done. They seen the writing on the wall, man. And Nintendo is just milking as much money off these remasters with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon because they already know that gaming is coming to an end in the traditional way about how you go about playing video gaming.
I feel like their
Let's
track
go.
record speaks for itself, but
let's
take a look at this because it sounds like the reason this rumor is so prolific, the reason...
Because you PlayStation ponies ain't going to have nothing.
If this turns out to be an inaccurate number, we do know that Microsoft did in the past, very recently, attempt to buy Valve, and I would not be shocked if they...
And that's not the only time either. See, you people don't realize, man. All this dude was doing was building up the value of Steam. Now Steam is very appealing. Now a big-time company like Microsoft say, hey, yo, Gabe Newell, because remember, PC gaming wasn't doing as well. That's why Microsoft introduced the Xbox. Microsoft used the... See, you PlayStation ponies don't understand, right? Sega already knew this because this is what Sega's direction. That's why Microsoft and Sega got along. But this is why Microsoft tried to put the operating system in the Dreamcast. But Sega wasn't ready yet. They weren't ready. They were like, yo, nah. The Microsoft's trying to take full control of our platform by doing that. Every time Microsoft puts something on something, they're trying to take control. Microsoft just don't put it there for no reason. You think, Microsoft put Sea of Thieves. Yeah, to gain more money, but it's to gain popularity. It's to take you away from the things that you love, to be on board of what the things that they got going on in their ecosystem. Microsoft is the king when it comes to this. I know you should know because you're a Dreamcast fan. I'm surprised you don't even know about this. You claim to be a Dreamcast fan, and you don't even know that Microsoft tried to single-handedly take over the Dreamcast subconsciously. But Sega's like, no, get that out of here. We run SegaNet, right? You people don't catch these things, man. Microsoft, the guys at Gabe, Steam is very popular nowadays. It just makes sense. It makes sense now, because Microsoft came up with the Xbox to help revitalize PC gaming. Now that vision is here, now they're out here. Now ponies are in damage control mode. They don't know what to do. They're out here pulling their hair. They're out here changing their chairs. They're out here changing the hats on their head and still wearing the same t-shirts because at this point, you guys have lost. So when you guys thought Sony was in control of everything, they never weren't. Let's go!
Because right now, Valve is finally releasing a new game. So if you haven't looked at it, I don't want to post the gameplay in this video because I will definitely get in legal trouble. But
I'm done. Like I said, bro, GameStop with another W. I told you, give it about 10, 15, 20 years. Gaming will change, and Nintendo, and for all you Nintendo naysayers, laugh at these Sony dudes now, but you're going to be joining them too. Okay? That's why Nintendo's stalling the inevitable on you. That's why they're focusing on low-end hardware, because they're stalling the inevitable. Even Nintendo knows this too. That's why they signed that 10-year Activision deal with Microsoft. Nintendo, of all people, one of the most anti-consumer, one of the most people that are very old-fashioned. Remember, listen to what I'm saying. Sign that Call of Duty Activision deal. Why would Nintendo sign it? Y'all like, oh, the Switch is successful. They sell their games. They buy. Yes, it's true. But Nintendo signed it for the future of their own gaming company because they see the writing on the wall too. You guys can sit there, you know, new Nintendo. Oh, they don't need Microsoft. They don't need them. They can't sell any billion. Then I'm gonna have to start making videos on you Nintendo fools. Your future is over too. It is what it is, man. I'm just laughing at it because I call this. Everything that I'm seeing is happening the way that I want it to. And like I said, we still don't know. But at the end of the day, this ain't the first time that this happened. This happened even way before a year ago, right? And we all seen those leaks. So now Sony fanboys, mind you, feel like they're in a dangerous territory because they understand that Sony is putting their games on Steam, which is owned by Valve. And if Microsoft acquires Valve, what does that mean, guys? Helldivers 2, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, going to what? To the Xbox platform ecosystem. That's all this is about, man. And that's why you ponies are running for the hills. I told you. Hold the line. Hold it. Box lift. Box lift. Box lift. Nintendo, the last one left. Box lift. Box lift. Next. Nintendo's next. Box lift. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. At the end of the day, we all gamers, man. I'm not being an Xbox fan, but I'm just trying to tell you the future of gaming, and this is just all too funny for me, man. So I guess you guys can stop hating me on them Hellblade 2 huge disappointment videos, because like I said, we back to holding the line.